Identity is everything. Hola, beautiful soul. Welcome to my channel. My name's Jody, and let's dive in. Let's talk about, I've talked about self-concept, and it's kind of the same thing, but who do you think you are? Your identity is really important, and it's not your labels. Oh, I'm a doctor, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a blah, blah, blah. It's who do you identify as? And I'm not even talking about the what sex and things like that. Let's just not even go there. But who do you identify as? Do you identify as someone that is confident, powerful, amazing, beautiful, has it all? Or do you identify as someone that is not? I am not. I am or I am not. You can't do both. I am beautiful. No, I'm not pretty enough. I am the woman. No, I'm not that great. I am amazing. No, I'm not good enough. Do you see the difference? And this is a really good place to be really super honest with yourself, because you are your reality. And if you are thinking anything less but the best of yourself, identifying as the absolute best in your reality, then you're giving your power away. And you forget who you truly be. Because I like using that phrase, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. And it gets tossed around a lot. But are you really living it and being it? Because as a spiritual being, to me, it is a projection of consciousness into this avatar suit. It's like putting on the goggles and the hand gear and whatever else to play a virtual reality game. It becomes really real. And what makes this reality real is our five senses. You take the five senses away, what you see, hear, feel, taste, and touch. No. Hear, see, smell, taste, and touch. That's it. Feeling's another one. What it is decoding frequencies to give you an experience. Because our eyes don't really see. It's light. And I don't want to get really deep into that, but we have to live from mind sight, from the inside out, as within, so without. And if you don't have a strong foundation of identity of who you are, not who you be in the world. Well, I'm this, all the ladies and there's nothing wrong with labels, but if you identify with needing to have like a certain type of purse or jacket or something because of the label, because it makes you feel better, then that could be a place to start. There's nothing wrong with good quality and nice things, not at all. I love to have good quality, nice things. But if you're getting it so that you can fit in or be someone, then chances are your identity is weak. And as we get older, sometimes we've gone through more struggles than, say, a 20 or 30-year-old have. And how do I say this? Maybe gotten beaten up a little bit because we've had such a low self-concept, self-worth, self-identity, not really truly knowing who we are from the core and believing in ourselves, that reality has to reflect that back, and we've gotten some sucker punches or things like that, right? Experiences we haven't enjoyed or liked. But if we are a spiritual being having a human experience, then what does that spiritual being part mean to you? We are not the avatar. We take on the persona to play out the roles, but we're so much more than that. We are so much more than that. But we've forgotten, and that's part of the game here, walking through the veil of amnesia into the illusion of separation, so that we can have experiences and have source, creator, God, it, whatever label you want to put on it, experience itself as us, through us, because life happens by me, for me, through me, not to me. And we start taking on the, yeah, but life keeps happening like this. Yeah, but, and we keep recreating experiences that aren't in our favor, then we've got to go back and look at self-identity and who we are being, because that's where it all stems from. What I mean by that is when you go and look into the mirror, do you see the perfection? Do you see the beauty? Do you see the wonder? Do you see the amazing, amazing qualities and amazingness of who you be? Or do you see the imperfections? Do you see the wrinkles and the lines and the gray hairs? I mean, a lot of people don't get that gift of getting older, and yet our society makes it seem so wrong or not good enough. I mean, who's telling you that? I mean, I don't listen to the 3D tell me because I have gray hair I'm not good enough anymore, or I'm a cougar or something like that. I mean, who do you identify with or as? So if you're not seeing the perfection in the mirror, because you can't change the mirror, you can only change yourself. And you are all that is. The game is to remember. The game is to get your consciousness out of the matrix. The matrix is a mental construct, mental prison of all the constructs of thoughts, perspectives, beliefs, and programs that keep you playing small, keep you believing in or thinking of, I'm not, I can't, yeah, but, instead of owning and being and living your greatness, who you truly be. We're all having an experience here. And if there's 8 billion of us, there's 8 billion different experiences going on and being part of the collective. And honestly, the more you pull away from the collective, probably the better off you are, because the collective have beliefs that are thoughts we keep thinking that make it harder than it has to be. Life doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be a struggle, no matter how old you are, what age, what number you are, and what you've experienced. Because two things in time, space, reality, there is no time. Everything's now. And you're activating that memory as a thought in the moment of now. So if it goes against yourself, you're pulling it up and recreating it in different faces, different places, but same energy, right? And the other is we are not our experiences. We've been led to believe we got to do all this healing work and we got to find and heal the inner child and yada, yada, yada. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. But you can also decide in this moment of now, select something new, something different. Okay, that's who I used to be. I used to feel not good enough and show up as being scared of my own shadow, and everybody else was better than me. They were prettier than me. They were thinner than me. They had more money than me, and yada, 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 all the blah that goes on up there. Instead, claim yourself. Claim it. No, I am good enough. I am pretty enough. I mean, who defined beauty? The outside? When you radiate, I am beautiful from the inside, as within, so without, everyone else can see your beauty too, because they only think what you're thinking, because everything and everyone is just a reflection of your projection. That's how reality works. So why would you not give yourself the best identity ever? And at first it's going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to start telling yourself how beautiful you are, how amazing you are, how powerful. Nobody's better than you. No one compares to you, because remember, we're all equal. This isn't a narcissistic judging comparing, because there's nothing and no one to compare to. You're going on a glow up inside, identifying as your true self. Whole, happy, amazing, abundant, healthy, complete. Why not? Why would you think anything less of yourself? Self-concept, identity of self, is the most important thing when you have a strong foundation for manifesting, for selecting the life you truly desire by becoming, not becoming, sorry, by selecting, because we can't change anything out there. Reality will rearrange itself to who you decide you are being. And when you were dissing yourself, when you're talking schmack about yourself, when you're telling yourself, I can't, I'm not good enough, I'm not, yeah, but, you didn't question that. You didn't feel, oh, this doesn't feel right. Because it doesn't, because you're lying to yourself. That's the illusion. You're buying into the illusion of being here. Because if you haven't noticed, all the advertising and media, I mean, we don't even know what's real anymore with all the AI, green screens, voiceovers, all of that. So you got to be very careful of who and what you're listening to and taking advice from. There is so much AI out there now. And we've got these robots that are looking really human, that are probably already walking amongst us, that look perfect because we've let the outside world tell us what beauty is. Really? Beauty comes from the inside out. Amazingness, confidence, power, all of that from the inside out. So, who are you? What's your identity? What's your self-concept? Spend some time, sorry, there's this big bird just flying there, glowing yourself up from the inside out. Because when you walk into a room, that energy, because you're nothing but a walking antenna, what you think and feel are broadcast out. And everyone can sense it, pick it up on a subconscious level. And then situations, experiences, people, events come in and reflect it back. So why would you not choose the best? I am the best. Because in your reality, you need to be the best. It is your reality. You are your reality. In my reality, I'm going to be the best. And I know what it's like to be pretty close to the bottom. I do. So, and I know at first it felt weird and uncomfortable and yeah, but reality's telling me I don't have a nice place, and I've got this crappy relationship, and I'm not doing what I want to be doing, and my bank account says this. So I let the 3D bitch slap me around because I wasn't feeling it from inside. And once I stopped doing that, stopped looking at those for validations and approval and my worth, and started from the inside out, that's when my reality really started shifting. And it keeps shifting because no matter what's going on in my reality, I mean, yes, I have moments of WTF. And then I remind myself, right, okay, I can feel this way, but it's not me. It's not my truth. I'm not my feelings. So I'll write it out. But I'm going to choose new. I'm going to choose the real me. I'm going to choose the powerful me. And I make sure that I don't identify and take those feelings on as the real me because I'm not my feelings. And I'm not going to lie, the odd moment, I had one Saturday where it was kind of tough. I had a situation that kind of, and I was like, whoa. But I kept telling me, I'm not my feelings. I'm not my feelings. This too will pass. Circumstances don't matter. Only states of being matter. And I know my truth. I know who I am at my truth. So start there. Look into the mirror. Start telling yourself how amazing you are, how much you are loved and love, how perfect you are, and that you are not your experiences. You are not your traumas. You're not your dramas. You're not your labels. You are who you say you are. So whatever you put after I am is the most important, powerful thing you can ever do for yourself. So go create a solid, amazing foundation and watch how reality starts responding and rearranging itself to reflect that back. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. I know you're having a super fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.